Let's take a look at today's starting goaltenders. Jack LaFontaine will get the start in net for the Mavericks. He stopped 36 of 37 in the overtime win in Game 4 on Friday. The Ontario native is 5-1 in the playoffs with a 173 goals against and a .954 save percentage. It'll be John Lethleman down to our right in net for the Walleye. He stopped 15 of 16 in Game 5. The Michigan native is 6-2 in the playoffs with a 2.03 goals against and a .914 save percentage. Austin O'Rourke and Logan Gruel are your referees. Brian Gorkoff, Matthew Heinen are your linesmen. As it'll be the Cotton Jaremko Koski line leaning in opposite. Sam Craggs, Chase Grezik, and Brandon Cruz. And we're underway here in Game 6. Mavericks were in the whites here this afternoon with the orange and black trim going left to right across your screen, across your radio. Walleye in the road navies with the yellow and blue trim going from right to left. Let's go Mavericks. The early chant here right off the hop. Mavericks will get their second crack at punching their ticket to the Kelly Cup Finals here this afternoon. And an early icing call here on the Mavericks 24 seconds into period number 1. As this will bring the face-off back down into the Mavericks' defensive end. And Sean, one of the things Tato had mentioned was he wanted to see a kill mode mindset and for the Mavericks to be a little bit more difficult to play against in the offensive zone. So we'll see if they can get to that game here this afternoon. Toledo Walleye, of course, winning on that fluke bounce on Saturday, but Tato had talked about the importance of not harboring on the past and to embrace the opportunity they have at hand here today. Just one more win, and they'll have a chance to compete for the Kelly Cup for the first time in franchise history. Here's Jacob Graves with the game winner on Saturday night in Game 5. He'll brush up the near side, rim back in by Gilmore. Jacob Hayhurst getting his first touch of the puck. Injured in Game 3, did not play in Games 4 and 5. Great to have him back out there. He's playing alongside Max Andreev and Jeremy McKenna here this afternoon. Here's Marc-Olivier Duquette. He'll snap it across, tape to tape. Jake McLaughlin flips it on ahead for Andreev. Andreev and now McKenna burrows in after it along the far corner. Loose puck now to Hayhurst. He'll swing it back down low to McKenna. Looking to fend off Anderson. McKenna tripped down to the ice, and here come the Walleyes. They look to advance across center ice 2 against 3. Glove down, Sawchuk gliding in a shot, and that one blocked up into the netting by Marc-Olivier Duquette. 18:37 to go here in the first. We're scoreless.
Like you just pointed out, Joe, Jacob Hayhurst just completed his first shift. Great to see him out skating once again. Was sorely missed. You can't replace a guy like Jacob Hayhurst, what he brings to this lineup with his speed and his skill. He also plays with a tenacious forecheck. That's definitely, like you just mentioned, something that the Mavericks are going to be hoping to see more of early on. And even if he is at 50%, you still expect him to be a difference maker in this game.
Yeah, his speed is just incredible. A guy that can just jet up the ice 0 to 60 in what seems to be 1 second. And so that's just a great guy to get back. He's got 3 points in the series. 10 points overall in the playoffs. Here's Cade Borchard on right wing. He'll hoist one to the far corner. Grant Gabriel there to pick it up. He's pestered by Patrick Curry. Mike Prabavezis looking to pry it free. Now Brandon Hawkins. He'll work it free to Lewandowski, who moves up ice with Riley Sawchuk. Fanned on the pass, and now Prabavezis will control back at his own line. Elliott pass off the stick of Brandon Hawkins, who had a power play goal and an assist on Saturday in Game 5 for the Walleye. As Toledo executes a line change. 2 minutes gone here in the first period of Game 6. Turning with it there, Grezik set it up for Cruz. A shot blocked away by McPherson. Mavericks blocked 14 shots in Game 5 on Saturday. And now Calvis will roll this one softly back into the Toledo end as Graves comes back to collect. Here's Riley McCourt. And his pass broken up there by Nolan Sullivan, who's been terrific here this series. Here's Ryan Jones. Both him and Nolan Sullivan celebrated birthdays yesterday, and so happy belated birthdays to them, the former University of Nebraska Omaha Mavericks. Jones cranks it to center ice, deflected in by Max Andreev. Here's Lethleman behind his net. He'll steer it up the near glass, held in by Jones. Jones will bounce it into the near corner. Knockbar giving chase. Jones nearly kept it in once again, and now he'll slide it across for Nate Konepke, who leads all Mavericks defensemen with 3 goals here in the playoffs. There's Knockbar. He'll fling this one in wide of the net. Jaremko in pursuit. Now Koski to a loose puck far side. He's wrestled to the ice by Riley Sawchuk. who had 3 assists on Saturday in Game 5, currently leading the ECHL in the playoffs with 17 points. And now Anderson, he'll L it up the near side off the stick of Messina. Retreating for it is Jake McLaughlin. McLaughlin, who led all Maverick skaters with 22.5 minutes of ice time in Game 5. Cotton Jaremko Koski out there here for the Mavericks, looking to establish the forecheck. Shovel back in towards LaFontaine's net. Coming in 5-1 in the playoffs. He's won 9 of his last 11 games as LaFontaine. Here's Kolakowski looking to hunt down a loose puck. Able to push Wilms off the play, and now it's backhanded out by Jaremko. Here's Conlon Keenan to drop past the Graves, back down low to Keenan. And he's hassled by Marc-Olivier Duquette. Loose puck here for Jeremy McKenna. He'll lumber through center, lost the handle. Now it's picked up in front of the Mavericks bench by Max Andrea. 4 minutes gone here in the first frame, and each side looking to find their stride. Here's Hayers cruising in. Hayers had it knocked away by Riley McCourt. And then a stick blade goes flying as McCourt broke his stick in the process. Let's see if the Mavericks can capitalize here. McKenna for Hayers, tried to tuck it back for Calvis. Hayers fighting to get it back. McKenna down to the ice. Calvis will keep it in at the right point. He'll play it into the near corner, out of the reach of McKenna. And now Andreev steal behind the net, looking out in front. He tried to set up McPherson. Andreev swats it back in deep. Here's McKenna. Good shift here for the Mavericks. Calvis at the right point. High saw Curry walking in, and a big blocker save made by Letherman. Patrick Curry had all day, and he absolutely walked into that one. But a great save there by the Michigan native, John Letherman. Now we're going to see a penalty on the play. It looks like it's going to be a boarding call, and Patrick Curry, the guilty party, heading off for the Mavericks. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first period. No score in Game 6. Here's Ryan Jones back to collect. He'll move it for Duquette. He'll move it in front of his own net now for Sullivan. Here's McKenna with a step. McKenna's in. Back in. He scores! Jeremy McKenna in all alone as the Mavericks strike first for the first time in the series. And it's their first lead since Game 2.